The New Normal by Garren. Garren is back with The New Normal. He says the album is about growing up in South Central and Compton and the mindset you have to have in order to get out of these environments. Making decisions for the future and not getting caught in the temporary satisfaction. That's what I call being normal. We love the debut album. Can he do it again, though? Here's our honest review of The New Normal by Garren.
I like that.
The New Normal by Garren. I can't say we loved it. I went back and watched it. We both gave it C's.
Yeah.
So can't say we loved it, but we enjoyed stuff from the last project.
Mm-hmm.
How you feel about this album artwork, man?
I feel like it's reminiscent of something that I recognize, but I can't think of what it is. Like a movie cover or something like that.
Why he got the "Is that your chick" face?
He do. Like,
yeah, like, is this your chick?
is this your chick? Oh, too bad.
This is the new normal. Get used to it.
But other than that, I think it's a solid cover.
Yeah, it's definitely a pretty cool cover. The flow of this project is it's along the lines of what you got from the last project as far as structure wise, but it's also different at the same time, I guess you could say.
Yeah, it has a very, I guess you want to say, it kind of follows a formula of, relationships and I guess you want to say insecurities or something like that. Like it kind of has some themes to it. But yeah, it's more or less the same similar flow as the previous Normal.
Super facts. Highlights, man. First highlight is energy. Energy sounds amazing. Love the beat. Love the concept of the song and everything like that. The conversations that's being had. I just want to say that the Good Enough skit, just hearing that kind of broke my heart. It's kind of hard to hear. It sucks to hear women talk like that and not feel like they're enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's sad. It's Complicated. It's Complicated is another song that I thought was actually really solid, straight up and down.
Who's that singing? Do you
I
know?
have no clue. She's not credited on the song at all. No Replacement is also a very, very good song as well. And then The Deepest Sex has some really dope elements to it. There's some really cool sound effects he does with his voice in there. The beat is dope. It's somewhat repetitive, but it's still pretty cool.
Yeah, I like how he started it off with Man. I just really love the beat to it and everything like that. I thought it was pretty cool. Conversation was a nice follow-up, and I like energy as well. And I like the lead up into Wake Up, but like I'll talk about the song later. It's Complicated is great. It's really, really dope. That's one of my favorite songs on the project. No Replacement was great. And I liked Addicted. Thought Addicted was cool.
Lowlights. So, listening to his voice again, he has this like tone that he sings in, and it doesn't feel like he really leaves that tone much. And what I mean by that is like, it's hard for me to empathize with anything he's singing that I'm supposed to actually feel. Because I'm just like, man, he's singing this way all the time. There's slight variations, but it's not enough to actually get me to empathize with it. And I was just like, man, like at some point you have to push that to make it sound like a proper singer. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And aside from that, the Wake Up, I love the concept. I love the idea of it, but it's kind of sloppily written. It's really not, the writing on it's not good. Ride or Die, it's another song where I'm just like, man, this is a song I'm supposed to like, but the writing on it isn't as good either. And I just felt like there's a couple miscues on the writing, and definitely the way some songs and things are sung. It's just across the board the same tone. It's no variation. It just sounds like he's always partially hype, and it's just like for R&B, that don't work with some of these songs.
It's exactly what I was leading into with Wake Up. After such a powerful skit, you go into a song with a powerful directive, but it wasn't executed really well when it comes to the writing and the vocals. A couple elements of the writing was cool, he was saying you don't have to have your butt, tits, and all like that inflated or whatever he said like that. But it was just like it came off as kind of silly, and it didn't really come off as empowering. Like you got the message, but it didn't really come off like, hey, that motivated me. You know what I'm saying? So it was weak in that regard. And then Ride or Die, Deepest Sex was cool, but I still didn't like some things about it. And then Thank You for Riding. That was just repetitive. It's just like there was a couple elements that just kept feeling borrowed from other tracks on here. and it just didn't come away as anything like awe-inspiring.
Final thoughts. I think Garren, and we said it before, he's young. He has time to continue to get better, and I think he will get better. Gotta figure out how to broaden the sound of the way you're going to sing the songs. The songwriting is okay. It just needs to be tightened up some more.
Yeah.
And I feel like he still has a bright future ahead of him. I mean, he did this with one guest appearance who is a mystery to us. We don't quite know who the guest appearance was.
The girl on
The girl,
girl on the album cover.
Yeah, the girl on the album cover, maybe. I don't know. But I mean, it's something here, but it's also something missing.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like, there's a lot of potential, especially when I love the first 3 tracks and everything like that. But it just come off as there just needs to be a little bit something more. I don't know it's whether the tone of the writing or the vocal arrangements and just do something else, but it has to be a little bit more to come off, the previous normal to the new normal. Like I was expecting like a big shift being the new normal, but I ain't really get that.
Final grade. I'm gonna give it a dash. Like it would be like a dash minus if like there were tears. Check out the playlist, listen to the songs that we think are dope, and make your own decision.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a dash as well. I feel like, there are some enjoyable things about this project, but more or less, I don't know if I'll come back to it, but I'm still going to be looking out for him because I think he has the potential to have a good sound.